I don't know if we started. Maybe we started. It looks like this is a thing. Jinny and I are trying out our first Facebook Live, which could go terribly wrong very quickly. How do we know if we're live? I don't know. And why isn't Jinny in the room? Another good question. Guys, we tried to do this on Instagram Live earlier today, and it was very unsuccessful. Well, I see my husband's here. Hello. Can I have Jinny in here? Gosh, so much is happening with technology. I'm not a dinosaur, I swear. Oh, okay, Jinny's here. We're gonna do our first Facebook Live window chats with Robyn. Here we go. Oh, okay. Oh my God.
Okay. Professional.
I love it. I know I was gonna turn on my lights and I'm like, it's a little much, but we both have our blue screens. I have no idea how this is being seen. I'm in a little rectangle.
Yes, so my laptop, the picture was focused. So I went back to my phone. So now I didn't know, okay, is that better? My screen is.
Yeah, we're professional actors. If you could please do it the right way. Thank you. You're not making a TikTok video. Okay.
Hello. Okay, let's angle so my screen is not.
I don't know. Are we side by side? I don't know how people are seeing this. I just see you in a giant rectangle, and that's okay. Featuring you.
I see myself in a little.
Oh, cool. Anyways, I know. I have no idea what's going to happen with this. Okay, so we did this because Instagram hates me, but also we're hoping to get a better internet connection.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Something.
Yes. Yeah. And I don't know if we'll get as many comments because I don't think people like to write comments on Facebook, but you never know. Anyways, I'm just here to talk to you and then film it because as actors, we film everything. So
yeah. You never know what's going to make your.
You never know who's watching. Do we do the conversation again? What are you feeling? I mean, well, I guess I'm hosting, so I should tell you, but
very far
we really didn't. I know. Like, please tell me how I should host the show. Thank you. We talked about different COVID tests. That was pretty cool. There was a mobile COVID life lab thing. I thought that was interesting. They come to your house. I thought that was a cool service.
Yeah, that's an excellent service. And then there's like the two kinds. There's the ones that's like a real brain sweeper kinds, like the 5 seconds, one nostril. I've discussed. So if they say it's one nostril, you know it's going deep. But then sometimes it's like the bilateral nostril, whatever they call it. That one's nice and gentle. It's just like feather, feather, and they're like, you're done.
A feather.
That's the kind I like. That's the kind I like. Apparently, it's 2% less like effective or something.
Yeah. I mean, the germaphobe in me would like the extra 2%, but I think the human in me doesn't want my brain impaled. Right. So that's a tough one. Does it depend on the production company?
Pardon?
Does it depend on the production company?
I think so. I think the production company would be like, do I want the 95% test or the 93% test? And they make that choice. Because there's some that are like, oh, you must get tested before you start shooting. But then the one I was just on, I had to get tested before, and I think it's like, because it's a US company, I had to get tested before like the fitting. I had to get tested twice.
Oh.
So I got the brain sweep twice. Yes. But it's fine.
It's fine. And she's traumatized.
Small price to pay. Small price to pay. This is what we do for
the craft. Hey, I get it.
But yeah.
The actor in me right now, I'm totally listening, but I'm thinking, oh God, where do I look on a Facebook Live? Do I look at the camera? I know I'm not supposed to look, but do you feel like I'm looking more at you if I look here and not at your face? This is a learning day.
No.
This is okay.
See, you know what? This is really weird because
I'm looking here, and
so do you see yourself?
I'm in a little rectangle. But I see you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. You're the main. I guess I'm looking at you, and then I also look at myself.
Oh, I've accepted. I'm like, this is me today. I was going to wash the hair, but the curl kind of lasted, so it's here, and we move on. Oh, you know what? I'm doing the one side thing. So it's like, yes, I have long hair, but also you can see my face. So
Yes. Oh, very well thought out. I've just got my two like bushels
yeah,
here, just bushing around. I actually during the break, I fully was like, because I just put on makeup, and in the mirror it looks fine, but then I come on here and I am all shiny. So then in that little break, I actually got some oil products.
I love the honesty. I don't think you can add filters, although I haven't really added filters on Instagram, but that would be a nice feature. Sweat-free. Or maybe just, I don't know why I did that. That's how I get the sweat off. It's not very, I just smack my face. That's how you do it. That's makeup.
That's a technique.
Makeup tips.
It's how the pros do it.
Yeah, guys, if you're ever looking for a makeup artist, don't hire me. I think that's such a skill, though. The makeup artist, I love seeing how they do my makeup, and every time I go, I think, okay, I'm going to replicate that, and then I come home and I have maybe a third of the brushes they use. So I kind of just use the same brush for different things, but I try and
the finger.
The finger is the classic.
The eyebrows are the hardest thing. Well, and then you can't really see, right? Like they get right in there, and you're like, what did you use? What? And they're like, get on set. You're like, oh, okay. I'll talk to you later. I'll never see you again.
Here's a legitimate question. When it comes to makeup, I was putting on the other day. I'm not the guru, whatever, but I notice I go closer to the mirror. Like I have to, and I have the mouth open. Like for some reason, as I go closer, I think I'll be able to apply it better. That's not the case. I genuinely, I like to use the liquid eyeliners to challenge myself, and then it goes over the eye. I'm like, whoa, it's a lot of black eyeshadow turned the liner. It's very bad.
You smudge it. You just smudge.
And then I have my fingers. It's just like black ink.
I kind of do the opposite, and I didn't realize I was doing this, but when I put on makeup, I don't really lean in any closer. I'm just like, most people see me from this distance, so as long as I look okay from here. But a friend pointed out, and she's like, how are you doing your makeup way over
yeah,
like, way over there? I'm just like, shh. And I'm like, well, as long as it looks okay here, because like, and maybe it's not just my face, but like, we're not symmetrical. So like if you go in and you're like, oh, this eye looks so good, and then you go in, you're like, ooh, this side looks so good, and then you step back and you're like I've just accentuated the fact that my eyes are lopsided, right? Like,
see, I love that you know that about yourself and which eye is big. I know which eye is bigger for me, but I guarantee no one knows the things we know about ourselves, no one else is picking up on.
No.
And I love that we're able to discern that. And I'm like, okay, so let's not talk about that. Fine.
Side, yeah. Let's just talk about the good side.
I don't know. I used to hate this side because I got like the little mole here, and so but then I realized for some reason this is the better side of my face, what I feel. So now I just highlight it and I own the little dot.
Yes. Well, yeah, like I mean, I feel like everything just goes through phases. So it's like, I remember back in like, I don't know, probably the 90s, it was like, oh, the Cindy Crawford, right? Classic. So like moles were in, right? Like the beauty mark was really in. So like I remember my sister had a beauty mark, and then she started emphasizing it. And then like after a while, it was like, no, just blot it out. Blot it.
I'm in the wrong era. Phases. I like to think it's coming back.
I feel like it's back. Yes.
I mean, sure. That's
middle parts are back.
I don't know. I don't have the right things to cover it. So this is me. Enjoy.
It's totally good. It's totally good. Like, I mean, bushy eyebrows are back. Like all the things. It's good.
I don't know if I could ever do a makeup trend though. That's when people, oh yeah, like pink eyeshadow is super in. And I think, I don't know. And I say that and I'm like, do I have pink on today? I don't think so. Okay. Do I? What color? Can I tell you the fun story? I haven't really told anyone this, so why not share on a public forum? My makeup kit, this is my favorite story. I don't know if you feel this way, but when I finish an audition, I have this amazing amount of energy, except for the other times we spoke about when it goes terrible and then I beat myself up. But for the most part, it's this sense of euphoria and I can conquer the world. So I did an audition back in the day for Disney Princess, and I left and I felt great. And then this person on the street comes up to me and he's selling makeup. I wish this was a fake story. This is totally true. He goes, "Oh, you're so pretty. Would you like some makeup?" And I am still using that makeup kit that I bought on the street. Yeah, it's actually not terrible. I thought it was a good price. He totally found a sucker on the street. It's not awful, but I just, yeah, got me at a good time.
I
makeup off the street.
Follow-up questions. I have follow-up questions. What street?
It was near the distillery district. Oh God, that area. He seemed legit. This is people. I came home with a makeup kit. My husband's like, "What did you buy?" He said I was pretty. Yeah, I don't know.
He knew the right thing to say.
Oh God.
Well,
please tell me you have a similar story where you made an impulse buy. Is there a similar? It doesn't have to be makeup related, or is this just Robyn has no impulse control?
I impulse buy a lot of stuff all the time. I can't think of anything right now.
I put you on the spot. I mean, I think you're still digesting Robyn bought makeup on the street. Who is this girl? That's a fair question.
I don't think I have a story to match that. I don't.
I mean, we can honestly move past this and discuss your earrings that I keep staring at because I'm really into them.
Thank you. I made them. They're part of my Bradley Make designs. Yeah, promotion. My oil bladders are also Mary Kay's. You know, DM me for info.
No, excuse me. Please do a better pitch, okay? This is a public forum. Sell yourself. Go.
Well, hello. Hello there. Moments earlier, I actually did a little video.
Oh, did you?
Being like, I have in between moments, and I was like, my face was so oily. Let me just show you what I do. And I just did that so I did recently, like a week ago, sign up to be a Mary Kay consultant. And you know, because I believe in the product, but two, I wanted the discount.
Yes. Oh, I love that so much.
But I mean, I wanted the discount because I thought the products were good, right? So I mean, that's why I did it, and I've been using it, but luckily, because I have been too busy acting, I haven't actually done anything. So that today I was like, oh, I should probably do something. Yeah. So yeah. In between, you've allotted me some opportunity to clean myself up a little bit. Although I feel like I'm instantly shiny again.
Please, a live blotting session is warranted.
This is me on set constantly, like in between, like we did stills yesterday too. So it was literally like, and then the makeup artist like, and then she runs out, and then she's like, and they're like, and then she comes back. So anyway,
I love that there's someone that blots your face. I mean, the industry is fast. Like she is, again, they don't call her a blotter. It's a makeup artist, but just like that's her job. Go in, got the sheets.
But she's got to know, right? She's got to know like when to blot
and
when to powder.
Oh,
it's a skill,
it is
because you don't want to keep taking it on. So you can see those high definition cameras can see the.
That's true.
Not it.
I'm
a woman of a certain age now.
Okay, I thought you were in your 20s, so I don't know anyone's age. And then I find out you have kids, and I'm thinking, when did she get pregnant? I did not. The math made no sense in my head. I mean,
It
yeah,
might be a touchy subject.
I didn't want to bring it up, but then I thought, okay, wait, I think I figured out your age because you posted something. I'm like, oh, she's very open with her age. That's fair. Okay.
Yes. Well, I try to be, right? I mean, I feel like it's just one of those things, right? Like when you're young, you think, oh, I'm never going to, color my hair, with the grays come in. I'm just going to age gracefully. Like, I can't believe these women, like, oh, they don't want to share their age. Like, oh, that's so like 1950s. Like, so, face creams, like, oh, investing so much money in this and that and like facials and like all this stuff, like so judgy. In my 20s and as a teenager, I was very judgy.
Oh, you have to be a judgy teenager.
Like,
you're not doing it right otherwise. Yeah.
Right. And then like as my grays are coming in, I'm like, do I pluck? Do I color? Do I highlight? What do I do?
What did you do? I don't know. I need to know.
I do because I'm lucky enough that it's just a few, but as they keep growing, because at first it started with like a few, right? So now that they're coming in more, I'm like, okay. I'm like looking at like hair colors and I'm like, oh, I'll just lighten my hair a little bit like my children. Well, actually I ran into, I didn't run into her, but my sister-in-law, the first time she was like, oh, you're getting gray. She's like, time to highlight your hair. And I was like, is that like the Asian thing to do?
Oh,
because her hair is so dark that, if you just put highlights in, then it would just kind of be like, oh, is it gray or is it highlights?
Interesting.
So I was like, oh, is that what people do? So like that's totally stuck in my mind from like, I don't know when she said this comment to me, like
there's
3 years ago. I'm like,
no, I get there's certain comments that you don't forget. So yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, like when the moment comes, highlights. But yeah, and then now I'm like, I need better face product. I'm like, I'm gonna have to invest in better face stuff rather than just using like the random stuff.
I'm nodding as I use my makeup kit off the street. So yeah.
See, you're not.
I see.
I was there.
I'm looking now. I'm like, ugh. Okay. Back up. Maybe I should put the lighting on.
Well, if you would like a skincare routine.
You're always pitching, aren't you? You're going to be one of those people that I unfriend and pretend it was a mistake. Whoops.
Oh
my God. I'm so sorry. Did I do? No, I actually genuinely, sometimes I get really angry when people unfollow me because I have the app that I now know when people unfollow me. I'm like, how dare you unfollow in return?
Well, I don't mind so much like if you're just like, oh, honestly, like I don't even know who this person is, but there are people that specifically follow you and you're like, oh, I'm going to do the nice thing. I'm not just going to follow them back. I'm going to check out their stuff.
Exactly.
I'm going to go on their page. I'm going to like some photos, maybe even comment. And, there was like
a normal human being in the social media era. Absolutely.
So, yeah. Like there was a back and forth. And then next thing you know, they unfollowed me. And I was like, first of all, you followed me.
You started.
I engaged because I am, nice. And then you unfollow me. Jerks.
Tell us names and we'll all unfollow now. Both of us. The power in numbers.
We're a team.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're be like, I wasn't even following you, Robyn. I don't. Doesn't affect my life.
I don't even know who you are.
I don't know who you are. No. Oh God. I realize also now I'm having too much time. I'm like, yes, I'm wearing a blue purple shirt in front of a blue screen. I can't pull off the white color like you can. My face washes out and I've only worn black sometimes. And then I tried to have the fun shirts and I'm like, are these really fun? Are they just oversized and are they silly to wear? I've got questions. You're very stylish. Every time you post, I did a self-tape. I'm like, how does she have all these self-tape outfits? I have a black shirt, maybe a blouse and a jacket. Here you go. Maybe I throw on a dress if I'm feeling fancy. The one dress that's kind of like form-fitting, and I'm like, that's my body, guys.
That's the body you're never gonna see.
Yeah, that's right. I just ate dinner before I put this on, and we can all tell.
I try. Like, I definitely have my like self-tape tops. I have my like audition tops.
Nice one I saw. I'm like, ooh, light pink. That looks good on you.
Oh,
We had a
thank
green
you.
one. I think I'm like, that was well chosen. Okay.
The green, yeah, there's 3 shirts that are the exact same shirts, just different color. I have like a blue like this, so I don't use the blue background.
Right.
I use the green one and a red one, and I use those ones. Like I was cycling through, and then I'm a big shopper, so it's always like an excuse, like, oh well, I mean, I need more audition tops. But the thing is, my closet is just all plain shirts. Like there's nothing with a pattern
Yeah.
at all. Because I'm like, oh, I'm always like, if I can audition with it, I justify the price.
Yes.
I might even be able to write it off, maybe. CRA, don't listen.
We don't talk about taxes in this forum because I don't really understand them. So I don't know. Like, am I a physio this year or an actor? That's a rough conversation.
I was
Ugh.
just talking to somebody on set, and she was saying, she's like, well, that's why you can write off Netflix. It's research.
Everyone's saying this. I'm like, who's doing your taxes? Because I don't think I very much disagree. I mean, don't get me wrong, I pulled some good monologues from there, but no, that is when I'm just not leaving the couch day. That is my Netflix. That is not business.
Yeah, no, that's true. But it's research.
Okay.
I mean, if you don't know what's on the air,
yeah, I like that debate. You're
how
right.
are you going to, model the tone and the genre?
Yeah.
And I've got my checklist here of like things.
Oh, please, let me see this.
Genre, tone,
Whoa.
right? Important.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Whoa.
I don't know. This is like my quick checklist.
It's going in and out of
I can share
focus, but I love that you have that. Wow.
I have a lot of free online resources.
Oh, I love
but
that.
I'm just like, I'm down.
You know what? It was more
obsessed.
So the color printer, where I thought, I don't know the last time I print something in color. Wow, she is a color printer. She's a legit person.
Well, I was questioned after by my husband. He was like, did you have to use the color? I was like, I tried to make it black and white. This is just what came out. Whatever. It's like it's like a full like package too, and there's like all this red and all this other colors. But
I like that. That's really smart. I'm motivated. What resource? Can I check this out?
Yeah.
Can everyone want me to check this out?
I've been talking about this lady for a long time. Amy Jo Berman.
Oh, I love her.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was from her.
So you can download, I'm pretty sure it's free, the Ultimate Audition Prep Checklist or whatever.
She's lovely.
And yeah, she's got a lot of free resources and a lot of applicable things. Pre-COVID, I was like, yeah, I'm going to delve deep. I'm going to join. And then I joined like the subscription for a little bit. And then COVID hit. And then I was like, I think I can't afford this right now.
That's fair. That's a responsible choice.
But yeah, there's a lot of courses out there. But I struggle to find a Canadian coach that does similar things. Like a lot of the things are very US based. Like I found some really awesome coaches. So what I kind of look for, because it's really hard for me with the children to have proper classes where it's like it's on a schedule, it's like 3 hours, you're on the Zoom, you're doing scene study, you're analyzing, you're doing all this stuff. Like I don't really have the time to do that, especially in the middle of the day, because it's always, unless it's really in the middle of the day where it's like I'm free from like I think I told you, I was like, I'm free from like 10 to 2:45, and then I'm free like at 10 p.m. till.
We were totally going to do a 10:30 p.m. one. I was ready. I had suggested the pajama version. I don't think you were on board, and that's okay. That's fine. My pajamas are really just my husband's old clothes, so that was it's just me going casual, as opposed to today with my t-shirt. So.
Yeah. Your fancy tea.
I know, but I love how I love that you have those lists, because I'm just aimlessly watching and then making notes. Go back to this and watch this actor. But I love seeing when I see a show and I like to watch them after they're popular, because that's how I catch up on the shows. And it's seeing someone that had a small role in a show that's now a star somewhere else, and you're like, oh, that's where they started. Whoa! And you can tell they're so good and they're bringing something so unique, and I love that so much. Yeah.
Research.
Okay. All right.
That's it.
Jackson.
It's on your it's right off now.
This is it. Any
justified it.
tax people wanna write a comment? I dare you. No, I mean, they're probably working. We're working. This is my Facebook that I don't have to pay for. Could be tax deductible. Since we discussed taxes in these window chats, God.
So professional.
We're discussing everything. I'm still debating if I like this Facebook forum right now because it's so weird. I'm so used to looking down not like I look down on people, but this is where you would be, and then reading the comments accordingly, and then people have some genuine questions. Yeah. And I'm like, oh God, well, no one has questions. What do I do? Okay. Questions.
Well, you're doing great, and I don't know. Are there? No.
No, I know. Well, I mean, we just decided to switch right away, so I would have been impressed, but I'm still trying to figure out how to promote this. There's a page on Facebook. It's everywhere. I'm just figuring it out as we go along. But I love that you're willing to do this. I get so nervous reaching out to people. Hello, person I randomly met in a Zoom read. Would you like to do this with me? You're cool, and I like your monologues.
No, and I honestly, I was like flattered for one thing, but I've been seeing the people that you've been interviewing, and it's like very impressive.
Louis,
and I'm like,
sorry.
I'm like, you're so
good.
You're so good. Like, you're so brave. You're so good. You're putting yourself out there, and because it's stuff like I don't think I would do, and now like and. Not to bring it back to this Mary Kay thing, but like I'm like, okay, well, I should be doing stuff, and I'm like, I'm not salesy. Like, I hate that stuff. You know, I don't want to get into it, but you know, like, it's scary to approach.
Well, yes, but you believe in the product, right? So it's not. Right. I know when I was doing my physio stuff, and there's certain products I would like. If I believe in it and I think it's going to help, then I'll say, hey, try this out. This is my opinion. This isn't the gold standard. And I mean, for me, it might be, but feel free to explore, but this is why I like it, right? So, and as actors, right, we're selling, hey, this is who I am. This is what I offer.
Right.
You don't have to like it, but, right? So that's why I think as an actor, and because you're so great, that you would be totally great at this Mary Kay thing. And I'm excited for this. I will not unfollow you. I was totally joking. I'll be liking them, and oh yes, can I buy the face blotters off the street?
Yeah, do you have somebody says that he knows you, and he recommended that I buy these direct from him. Yeah, because it's
you may remember me from a couple years ago on the street. Can I give a shout out to Louis? Louis Beaumander saw this on his way to a session. Hi and goodbye. That was so nice. Hi, Louis. What a sweetie. Can I say that about someone that's older? Can I call them sweeties? Or is that like a generational thing? If you're older, you can say sweetie? I don't know.
No.
I think he's just, you know what, him and there's so many others, they're doing so much good, and they're keeping us actors busy, right? We're training online, and they're keeping it going, and he's just created such a great studio, and such a great, again, sorry, train where you want, but I love Louis because he's such a hard worker and just making all the switches online, as are other studios as well. So it's just so nice to see, because
they're learning.
Yeah, pivoting, that's the word. Thank you.
They're also being brave. Like, they're just going for it. They're figuring it out, and they're saying, hey, we're gonna keep offering it. And yes, I've been in a couple of, like, I've audited some of the classes, and I did self-tape, which I did end up, I didn't get the role that I auditioned for, but I was offered afterwards for a much smaller role. But
you know what? It's a role, okay? So there are no small roles, only small, right? I say that, but it's different in theater, I feel. I'm just on stage, and I'm a treat. This is not a role. That's not a true story. I don't know.
This screen.
Tree number 7. I'm growing. Oh my gosh.
Theater. Oh, I miss theater.
Have you done theater? you seem animated, and I just thought you would be a theater person. Okay.
I am a theater person, and I get that note a lot. They're just like, can you like bring it down? And this is how I talk.
No, I
see it like how you would really say it. And I'm like, you mean how someone else would say it. Like, so like me being natural for the camera is like me being someone else. And
so true.
and like trying to find the balance of not seeming like I'm completely monotone. Because that's how I feel like I'm being. And then like everyone's like an eyebrow, like something will be happening. And I'm like, that's too much. Like, calm your face down. I'm glad that self-tapes are only like chest and shoulder up, because underneath.
Are you a hand talker? Yes.
Oh, my hands are going nuts. And it's helping. Like, that's how I remember my lines sometimes. I'm just like, you know, like if it'd be like, oh, and then I got, yeah, hello, and you know, oh, I'm running out of time, right? Like, but it's below, so no one can see. So that's a benefit of self-tapes.
I mean, can you imagine? You go back to the room, and I think if I go back in person, I think, what is my frame? Okay, cool. Hand talking under here.
Don't walk.
Hello.
Like I bring a curtain, like one of those, like a magician's tablecloth. I just walk in and I'm like, you don't see under here, right?
Okay, we're good?
Okay, cool.
Okay, cool. Just gonna do the lines with my hands and done. I like to think there should be more hand talkers in film. I'm throwing it out there, hand talkers.
Let's
again,
make some scripts with hand talking.
But just, I mean, I know, I don't mean to take away from sign language. I know that is talking with your hands, and I find that totally fascinating. I tried to study that and learn it on YouTube, and then I realized I need to practice to get better. And then I was signing to my husband, and he had no idea what I was saying because he's not learning it. So it was
I did the same thing. I know how to count.
Pardon?
I know how to count.
Oh.
We should.
Oh, okay, wait. This is my name. Oh, darn it. I knew it. What was B?
This is fresh
in
my mind.
R-O-B-Y-N, I think. Oh, wait, I should do it with my right hand. R-O-B-Y-N. Oh. Whoa.
I know.
Look at that. That was unprompted. A fellow learning sign language. Okay, we're going to do more of these.
Yeah.
That is so. What made you want to learn sign language?
Pardon?
What made you want to learn? Or do you just like a fellow hand talker, let's communicate otherwise instead of just.
Well, it's just like another language. You know, like, people are always like, oh, you're yes, like this year I'm going to say yes more. I want to do more things. I'm like the opposite. Like I need to say no more because I get so excited about learning things. So somebody will be like, oh yeah, I was thinking about learning Japanese. And I'm like, I'm going to Google that. I'm going to look it up and I'm going to learn Japanese. And then it'll be like, oh, like there was like a Groupon. There was like, oh, learn ASL for $7. And I was like, I could learn ASL for $7. And like, right, like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, this is a good deal.
Yeah.
And so my husband's always the realistic one that's just like, okay, let's just pick a few things. But I did get a Groupon.
Oh my God. Your husband has to talk to my husband because this is amazing. Every week it's a new project.
Oh, yeah.
I'm learning Romanian currently, so that's kind of fun.
Yes. But then it's like I don't quite finish, right? Like I've been saying I was going to I picked up the ukulele about 4 times now. Like I'm going to learn the ukulele, learn some things, da 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 da, and then like nothing. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to pick it up again. And I got, start all over. And it'll be like months and months. So I've been like learning the ukulele, the very beginner chords for like 2 years now, because it's like, I kind of forget. And then I'll do, I start making jewelry. I start, doing other things. I learned ASL. I took a feng shui course. I took a course about crystals and healing. So for a fellow learner, I signed on to this thing called Skill Success, and it's a subscription. So
I'm nervous though. I don't want to. Oh God, how many skills? There's going to be so many. I can't.
So many skills. I showed my husband how many certificates I earned.
Yeah.
And they're so random.
Skill success.
So random. There was like 2 voiceover ones. There was a feng shui, a crystal healing, a tarot card like reading.
Oh.
There was a ukulele one. There was some other random one that yoga one.
Yoga
like,
is key. Namaste. Okay.
Yes.
But how long are the
And then
courses? Are they 2 weeks? What's the duration?
they're video lessons.
Yeah.
And then there's homework assignments. There's certain ones that have homework assignments and certain ones that are basically like, an Instagram influencer one. There's no homework for that.
Just influence. Are you not influencing yet? I would love, that's my next sketch comedy, being an influencer. It's just, I don't know, I just like post, don't overthink it. Hashtag everything.
There is stuff.
There's a lot of stuff, but also this is my favorite, one of my favorite comedy sketches is the person behind the photos of the Instagram influencer. And it's just this bored boyfriend, husband, like,
yes,
yeah, you look great, cool, smile, right, here you go. Just this poor guy.
I think, though? And I think that a lot of the times the couples are both influencers and they do like each other's things, because there's no way, because they're like perfectly framed photos. I mean, a lot of them are like, they have to take a gazillion photos and they're in motion so that they can like clip out the perfect frame of it. I mean, there's definitely a skill.
Interesting.
I'm not gonna, knock the influencers
it's a lot
because they have made
of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's exhausting.
I want to put in.
That's the thing. There's some days I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna post, and then no, I'm done with my phone. Goodbye.
Right.
But
or you look at it and you're like, oh yeah, I can implement these like skills. I can do that. I can alternate. I can put the right filters. I can make it look like a magazine spread. And then you're just like,
we don't talk about the grid.
Doesn't look
done.
Right.
Here's my grid. It doesn't make sense. Choose what you like. I don't care. I'm done. I got rid of the reels because my face looked weird. They're there somewhere. Good luck.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not pretty. There's content somewhere. Figure me out. It's very accessible. So that's. Oh no. You were gone. It was terrifying.
I have 20%, but that's okay.
Oh.
There's
Well, we weren't prepared for this at all. This just happened. And now we know what happens when a computer is slowly dying. Your headshot pops up. So way to promote yourself even more.
Speaking of which,
your headshot, is that with Dan?
No, I was.
Your new headshot.
Oh yes.
No, I got so excited because he was the first person to do my. Oh God, that was years ago. But I'm like, I know this style. This is Dan. Okay.
Yes. So I actually and you know what, I got them done. I loved them. I sent them out to other, like, producers and like other people. Everybody loved them. But then I took this one class, this one workshop, and the person doing the workshop was like, well, these aren't professional. And I was like, but everybody loves them. And I'm like, and I love them.
I get that.
And then it was like, because of that one comment, like now, like since then, I've been like, subconsciously like, I need new headshots. I need new headshots. Which I mean, now I do, because it has been like 2 years. So it is time, which I had scheduled with Denise Grant.
Oh, Denise, shout out.
Because of this whole thing, which is.
Have you ever used a female photographer before? Because Denise was my first, and you never forget your first. But there's something so different being shot by a woman, because they know what's going on in my head, which is impressive because there's a lot up here. But as a photographer, she just knew what I was thinking. I'm like, this is kind of cool. You got a cool vibe. There was a fan going on. I'm like, I like this. Her daughter was there. I like the makeup girl. It was very lovely. It was nice. And then she shows you the photos instead of me going home and thinking, oh God, did I smile weird? It's like, oh, I saw them. I don't mind them. Cool. Well, no, I did very much like them. And then I just plaster it everywhere. Here's my face.
Here's my face. Yes.
Yeah. But it's so, that's when I feel so vulnerable. Oh God, when I have to get my headshot taken, I'm like, I don't know how to smile. I learned I don't know how to squint my eyes. This was a weird one where I'm serious and I have to go, I can't. So the serious weren't the most successful, and that's on me, where I'm like, but
yeah. So like what I really liked about Dan was because he's a director, he would
Yes.
just give you scenarios.
Mm-hmm. Oh my
okay,
God.
you're a CEO, somebody fucked up, you need to fire them. What's your face? Right?
Yes.
And he would give these scenarios and he would be like, okay, you're a cop. This perp, I don't know if he said perp, but it's a funny word.
It should be.
This guy,
word.
you know he's guilty. He's trying to be a dick about it. You got him. Like, like it's just these scenarios, and you're just like, yeah, I'm an actor. Yeah, I'm gonna emote with my face, right?
But no, not see that.
Also finding the light.
But as the theater person in you, how hard is it to not go like, that kind of look at me. Here you go. I'm smiling. Okay.
Yeah. So actually, speaking of Disney princesses, so I worked on Disney Cruise Line years ago.
I did not know this. Which ones were you?
Well, I'm going to give you one guess. The one from China.
Well, I ask only because when I spoke to other people, they played princesses they shouldn't have played. That now in 2021, they're getting, right? So that kind of, how often were you used? Versus my that was more my curiosity, right? Because
I was an understudy for one of the roles that would not be okay any longer.
Okay.
Right.
Cool.
But yeah, I was friends with Mulan, which was amazing.
Okay, can we talk? How is Mulan? How is she? I don't know. Just the real, because she's real, right? The one on the cruise line is totally real. That's legitimately Mulan.
Right.
We're all real people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's not ruin this for kids on Facebook, even though there aren't kids on Facebook. Okay.
No, I mean, I'm just friends with
what's her address?
It's just like the mall Santa.
How do I meet her?
Like the mall Santa, right? So like there's the real one.
Okay.
And then she can't be everywhere.
No, that's true. She's
very busy protecting the king.
Doing real Disney movies, and I haven't seen that Disney movie yet, but I want to. That's on the list.
Oh yes.
The live action.
Because for a while there was the like $30 you had to pay, but and then it came on, and it's just on.
Just gotta wait it out. Yeah. That's it's financially irresponsible. No, financially responsible. I always think I'm irresponsible. I'm like, no, Robyn, this was a good thing to wait out because it's still there.
Fiscally
you had other things to watch. Fiscally responsible.
Yes.
Thank you. That's my title. I like it. Oh, that's so fun though. How did you become a Disney princess, or did you just want to do it and there's an audition? Ta-da.
You know what? I was hating my life, working at it was my family's flooring store, so I think that made me hate it a little bit more. But I mean, I would have never done the job if it wasn't for that. Anyway, I signed up. There were open calls, and I was just like, I'm taking the day off. And I went, and it was an open call. I went, and anyway, I auditioned. There was like a movement part.
Yes, it's not even a dance. It's a movement, because these professional dancers are doing these moves. I'm like, they're amazing, and they're not picked. I'm like, what? But she was great. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, I would have certainly not been picked for any other cruise line. It was very look specific. And then it was all just like, it just happened. It was very surprising to me because I mean, I hadn't been to an open call in forever. But yeah, things just worked. I hadn't even seen the movie Mulan. Like that, when I got the call to say that I got the role, I actually went and rented the VHS.
Oh, hey, that's a great VHS.
Like, and watched it in my room by myself to be like,
they're aging us. I love that so much.
Yeah.
I never thought Blockbuster was going under. I thought Netflix. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
Idea. And now, not a Blockbuster in sight.
No.
Actually, there might still be one, but I don't know if that's actually open or if it's just symbolic. I think I saw someone.
It's like a museum.
Yeah, this is what it used to be. What is this thick thing with the circles? I don't understand.
Yeah, that you have to like you have to.
That's why you have to rewind. Can't you just click and then it's there? No.
Just pick and choose.
Don't you remember you always had to rewind it before you returned it, or they charge you extra? That was a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the worst part. I don't want to rewind it. That's a lot of extra effort. No, thank you. You figure it out. No.
Yeah. Well, I feel like then they came out with like the VCRs that were like automatic rewind.
Yes. Yes, that's true.
Like,
that's true.
A feature. Like, we're so lazy that
I mean, apparently, yes, we are, because I do recall. I always actually, I don't even know if it was intentional. I think I just would genuinely forget to rewind it. We finished it, you're so excited, you go to bed, and then you return it. And I'm like, oh, we didn't rewind it. They had that fast rewinder machine there, and then, I don't know what your problem is. This doesn't take that long. But then I guess if they did that for everyone,
well, they got to charge people to pay for that fast rewinding machine.
Yeah,
so
maybe
charge everybody $1. 50 people later, 50 lazy people later,
or forgetful. I
mean, or sleepy, tired,
judgmenty.
Sometimes you just fall asleep, and then you're just like, got to get it in on time. Some of
those
releases were like,
yes, that's hours. Exactly. It was the 1 or 2 days, and oh god, I don't know why I didn't manage to watch it tonight. I have to watch it. Guys, wake up! Let's go. We're watching it. I don't want to rent it again. Oh, that was fun. That's a fun memory. Oh my gosh, I like that.
Yeah.
Well, now that we've aged ourselves, are there any final comments we should say before? What are these chaps talking about this blockbuster?
Yeah. They're gonna have to Google it. It's gonna be Wikipedia. They're like, oh, so back in the 2000s, which is a long time ago.
Might have been the 90s.
Oh yeah, well, like 2000. I remember 2010. I think, or 2011 is when like the final ones were closing. Like, I remember there was like we had moved, and there was like a jumbo video.
Yes,
but then there was like a boutique like little place that had video rentals, but also had like ice cream.
I didn't know. You had ice cream. We only had popcorn. That's a better jumbo than the one in Toronto.
Yeah. Well, not the jumbo. There was like this little like, I can't remember what it was, but it was in the beaches. It could have been. It was just like Beaches video rental or something like that.
Ooh.
And they had like a little ice cream scoop place. So you'd be like, movie or ice cream or both. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I want both. Or I feel as though you couldn't have the ice cream while picking out movies, because then your hands are all sticky and you're touching all the other gross. But then they probably just want to make the sale and they don't care. But you know what? We're in a COVID time and we got to think about germs now. So that sounds very germ harvesting.
Yeah. No, I've always been very germ aware. So like like people were like buying out those alcohol things and the sanitizers. I'm like, husband, remember when you were making fun of me? Guess who's got a stash of sprayable alcohol? Yeah. Yeah. I always had one on me, especially when we were on vacation. I was a flight attendant for a little while, so I always had one in case I went to a hotel and needed to spray, or if I was on board. Everything is dirty. Everything is gross. You spray.
You were a flight attendant. Wait, okay. Is it true you shouldn't drink the tap water?
Oh.
Yeah, okay. That's it. Some people say it's fine. I'm like, why? It seems gross.
It's fine. Like, but is that, I mean, if you're dying of thirst and you can't live another second without it, sure, go ahead. Otherwise, ask for club soda, you know?
Smart. See, sometimes they only have Aquafina or Dasani water, the water bottles, and I can't stand the taste of that. That is not my.
That's not.
I don't know. I'm very.
That's basically tap water. I don't know what they've done to it, but it's basically tap water. I'm not a huge fan of the bottled water, but again, right? Like, it's like if you're really parched and you need something. But I always say, what I order on an airplane is
me on the bookshelf, getting in close.
For club soda, no ice.
Yeah, going to the ice.
Never have
ice.
You don't know what they do to the ice.
Oh.
And tomato juice.
What do they do to the ice? It's okay. It's okay.
It depends on the person. I've seen some people do some pretty you know, it's like working in a restaurant. Like you've seen the people that do these like horrible things. I would personally never do that,
Okay.
but I definitely have witnessed the goings on,
Maybe,
and I'm
you know
like,
what?
I'm gonna protect
Maybe it's
myself.
better if I don't know. That there is a little bit of power in the unknown sometimes, where I'll look at an ice cube and just see it completely differently when we ever are able to fly. I mean, we can still fly. I just don't want to,
Right.
unless I book something, and then I'm like, yeah, COVID.
Yeah.
I'll go anywhere.
Yeah.
But that I flight attendant. I'm just taking in all your careers right now. You're so cool. This is when we say be a worldly actor. And you're like, yeah, guys, flight attendant, Disney. Yeah, I'm kind of doing some makeup, some jewelry, whatever. Learning some languages.
I
So,
also crochet.
pardon?
I crochet.
Yes, that's of course you do. What else? Why wouldn't you?
It's on my resume. Can crochet. This is how I end my acting resume, right? So it's like crochet knitter, like master crochet and knitter, and works well with kids and pets.
That's
I'm like, that's
a skill because I do not.
Yeah.
But no, okay, fun. When so I can knit if someone else starts it for me. And so that was on my resume. This is like 6-7 years ago. And so I got an audition for it, but I had finished my previous knitting project. So I didn't know how to start it. So I didn't go into the audition, and it was terrible. I felt I'm like, I just can't do it. So that was I took it off my resume.
And you call me.
Immediately took it off. But yes, there's something therapeutic about that. I just have to learn how to start it.
Yeah.
That was.
Me. I'll
I mean, now with all the YouTube, I
mean,
definitely could have figured it out, but I just, at that point, I'm like, oh God, just total panic mode of, can I do this? No, I can't. I don't know. And like, yeah, I probably could have watched a YouTube video and learned it very quickly, but this is the terrible lessons I learned the hard way.
Right. Well, it's just, you know, our subconscious that's always like,
yeah, you
back out now. You'll never.
You can't do it. You're going to look like an idiot. Get out of there. And I did.
But yeah, I had to recently, I mean, there's constantly things, because for a while I was tapping.
Wait, did you say?
And now I still have the
you were tapping?
Tapping, like tap dancing. And I'm like,
yes,
can't.
we do. Oh my God, why are we not better friends? Okay.
Well, because I feel like that's like one of those things that you could actually get good at our age. Well, my age.
You know what, Jinny? Okay, just because we look like we're the same age, we are not.
Oh,
I am a young 31,
like
and I'm not ashamed.
I feel like any other thing, like you need to start when you're like 5, right? Like,
so I did
ballet when they're.
I mean, it's
35
bar
or whatever.
Class, okay. So it's bar Pilates, and it's I don't know what the other one was. There's another one. I can't remember. There's all these new trends. But yes, bar Pilates, so you have a leaner torso and strong glutes.
Yes,
so there you go, of course, indubitably. But yes, the problem with tapping is I don't want to wake my people underneath me. So I do have my tap shoes, and I did go to the classes when they were open. But it's true, you got to keep working on it. And then I'm just this annoying person tapping. And people say, oh, yeah, just buy a board. And I'm like, yeah, but it's still super loud, and I don't want to get kicked out during COVID. That seems bad.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
we're gonna take up tap together when we do sign language. We're gonna sign and tap simultaneously. That's gonna be the coolest skill. We're gonna sign the noises we're making.
Goodness. The music will be our feet, and the hands will be the lyrics.
Yes. Oh, that's genius. What do we call ourselves? I got the tap talk.
Tap talk.
There was nothing good coming out today with that, because it's not really a thing I think people would be interested in. Oh yeah, those tapping chalkers thing. You know how they are. Da, 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 da.
The sensation.
R-O-B. Why?
We're just spelling things.
We just keep spelling our names while we're tapping. And then a little buffalo. Hey. Classic beginner tap.
Yeah. Shuffle.
as I'm
Yeah.
standing and doing these moves as we're talking. I'm working on this. This is our next idea, post jewelry and Mary Kay.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, it's only going to last,
Oh,
I mean, you know,
oh my
nothing can
God.
last me too long.
Yeah, I mean, I got a couple more weeks of these chats and then moving on. No, oh my, I realize I feel as though we should end the conversation and then I keep getting pulled back in. So I never know when to end, but it's also been a long time and you have children. So.
Well, they're actually in school. I mean, that's the only reason why I'm here. If they weren't in
Other
school,
than wanting to chat with me and learn how similar we are,
that's why I'm here during the day and not in the middle of the night as
it would have been
originally scheduled.
Very unsuccessful 10:30 nighttime one, just because I am getting tired early now to a point where I will be awake, but not where I should function or be on a screen or talking to humans. I woke up early today and decided to go on a Clubhouse and shared some thoughts. That was a little too early to talk. And now we know that there was I did not get the first impression rose, as The Bachelor would have you believe.
I'm still not, I'm like, I know about Clubhouse. I haven't, I've been invited. And I'm in there.
Oh, well, shameless plug. Check it out. Thursday, March 4th at 12, I have one room with Alexandra Augustine. And then at 1, I have another room with my brother. That's my radio announcer voice that needs a little work, but yeah. Check it out. Okay. I don't actually know how to promote them very well, so I just take screenshots and then share them as a story. Promotion is confusing, so.
Yeah, no. But I've seen other people and I'm like, okay.
It's so cool. It flashes down, it scrolls up. I'm like, whoa, I'm going on a journey with you. How did you make that?
Are you on Canva?
Yeah, but I don't want to pay for it. And so that's my problem. Maybe I should get over that and pay for it. I use the freebie.
We're fiscally responsible.
That's the thing, right? I'm saving on that. I'm saving on, I'm going to be saving on Netflix. Tax, okay. And then, what was the other thing I saved on? Something else.
Your makeup.
Yes, the makeup. I don't know what you're talking about. That was a legit makeup vendor on the street. Let's just, maybe no one watches this and no one hears that story. And when they see me with my makeup, they don't think, oh God, is she going to break out into a rash? That's from the street. Also, it's significantly older than it should be. She should have thrown that makeup out years ago. It's expensive. It's so
expensive street makeup. That's the best. Oh, okay.
Okay, are we done? Oh, is it
yeah,
dying?
Well, I'm on 10% now, so I think that's a good exit point.
We're pushing it.
Because I would love to keep talking to you. I mean, I'm
trying to bring people back once I go through my whole list. So you're on that list. Maybe we'll stick to Facebook by that time. Who knows? I mean, we're going on a journey trying to figure out social media as a group. So there you go. I'm trying to figure out a cool sign off. I can't figure one out. Any suggestions? I did peace out homie once. That felt really weird, but that's usually what I say, just because I'm weird like that.
Yeah, no, I started blogging, and I was trying to have like the same sort of thing, like a sign off, and yeah, nothing was really sticking. I was using like keep nailing those auditions.
Well, and then keep nailing it doesn't sound like something we should say. So I'm not going to say that.
So no, that one didn't work. And then there was like, break a leg. And I was like,
you're better than that. You're better than that. Yeah.
Yeah. So now
break 2 legs.
Keep breaking legs. Some other good ones that I've heard, like from other podcasts. This one that I really liked was, it was something along. I'm going to ruin it, but it's something along the lines of like you're only one audition away from a big break. And I was like, that's deep. That's deep.
That's deep. That's
Justin Guarini. Remember him from American Idol? Runner-up to Kelly Clarkson.
I do not. I just know Kelly. I have followed those shows. Maybe I should have followed them more. I always know, I mean, I love Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
So that's the one
Well,
person.
there's certain very
Yeah.
memorable people, obviously. Generally the winners.
That's
so the
true.
second runner-up, you know, like Justin. But I mean, check out his podcast. He's got a great
Justin sign off.
Yeah.
This is great. I can type while I chat so I don't forget this stuff. Then I just have to find the other. I like to keep a lot of tabs open to confuse myself. It's very healthy. And I'm like, where are you now? Okay. You know, it's just, which tab? No, that's not it. And I found you. Hello.
Yeah.
Well, that's how I sign off. I'm saying hi, but really I should be saying goodbye. Maybe until we meet again. But then do like a weird hand gesture. And, oh, what's it in sign language? How do you say bye? Okay. Oh.
No, that's
Is it? No, that's okay.
hello.
Yeah, I don't remember movies. Oh,
Bye. I think bye is just like, well, okay.
I don't wanna
So
bug you.
until we meet again, that was always like the Disney thing, and then it was the whole song, and then at the end it was like, you spelled out MICKEYMOUSE. That was
yes.
my first introduction to.
That's the first time I had seen sign language. Oh, that's so cool.
Like muscle memory, you just like remember.
Whoa. Well, see, and
Yeah.
I'm not going to sign off as Mickey Mouse, but I like the option. Okay, so this has been Robyn. Did I do it wrong?
Robyn.
Oh, Robyn, this is ROBYN signing off. Thank you to JINNY, Jinny, for joining us.
Jazz hands. Okay, bye.
Bye.
To the hand talkers.